I've always thought that there were only two really good reasons to be up before the sun comes up, and that's either hunting or fishing. It's 6 a.m. on December 1st, and I'm actually running a touch late because I'm starting to see peaks of the sun over the horizon. And we're going to head down to Hopedale to see if we can't catch us a few fish. For reasons I can't yet disclose, my time in Louisiana looks to be getting a little bit short. I'm going to try to grab as many fishing trips as I can. So I'm out on what I believe is the first cold morning we've had this year, hoping that I can still find the trout where I left them a month ago. Alright, changing locations here, so I figured I'd real quickly kind of cover what I'm throwing. On my popping cork, I have a Vudu Shrimp in glow and chartreuse, and that's been really, really productive here in the past, but today it doesn't seem to be doing me a whole lot of good. On one of my heavier rods, I'm throwing a gold spoon right now. I'm not wholly comfortable with the gold spoon, and that's part of the reason I have it tied on, is because I want to gain confidence in it. I want to be able to use it, so I'm kind of forcing myself to throw it as much as possible. And on my third rod, I have a basic jig head with a matrix shad. Right now it's in lemon drop, and I haven't gotten so much as a bite on that, so I think here in a second I'm going to switch out to something a little less aggressively colorful. I have green hornet and I have shrimp cocktail in the tackle bag, so I'm probably going to switch it over to a shrimp cocktail and see if maybe that makes a difference. Thanks, man. Damn. And that right there is terrible boat and kayak. Man, that was a little scary. Never had that happen before. Thought I'd get to the side and be clear of him. I got in there and I got hung up on something with my fins and wasn't quite 100% sure I was going to make it out. Probably have to edit some language there. But in the meantime, you. Look at that. Not only was he there, but he really wanted him some scrimps. Good sized fish. And I'm sitting there looking, whining and moaning, but I think these 3 fish I've got are as good as any 5 I had a month ago. Ooh. Okay. I'm glad I made the return trip. I might need to get my net a little more ready, huh? That's more. Let's do it again. He's not as big. Might still be legal though. No, he's alright. He's alright. I think he'll make it. Five. And then I start complaining and they turn back on. All right. I hope this one's legal. He doesn't look... he might make it. He might make it. He might make it. He's a little skinny though. Oh, man, I'm over here doubting. 2, 3. Should let it drift further. Oh man, look at that water snake. Do not come next to this boat, Mr. Water Snake. I don't like snakes. Unless you attract redfish, in that case I like you. Oh, was he there or did I just screw that up? Over here looking at the water snake. Yep, he was there. There they are, turned back on in the same spot. He's a bigger one too. He's a bigger one too. Oh. don't know what it is about them that they turn on. So it really didn't turn out to be as good of a day as I hoped it would, but 8 trout, 1 largemouth. It was actually better than I thought it would be when I woke up this morning. We had a cold front come through 2 days ago with the only rain we've had in quite a while. The weather has cooled off considerably. The wind shifted to a different direction and was blowing really extremely hard today. In fact, the wind was fighting the tide. So the tide was falling, but the wind was blowing water in, and that's conditions that I haven't fished before. And I didn't have a lot of faith that I'd be able to catch anything. One thing I have noticed, and maybe it's just me being superstitious, is anytime I think about numbers, the bite turns off. I'd go to a spot, I'd cast, and as soon as the cork hit the water, fish on. I'd catch 3 in a row, and I'd think to myself, well, 5 or 6 more of these, and immediately, as soon as I thought of a number, the bite would stop. I noticed that before. Anytime I texted one of the guys, I'd text somebody and be like, hey man, I'm down in Hopedale and I got 15 trout in the ice chest. And the second I sent that number, bite's done, nothing else is happening. And it held true today. Got off the beaten path a little bit, not as much as I'd hoped to, because I'd hoped to fill up on trout first. But got deep into a few ponds and water was crystal clear, but no redfish to be found. So my redfish drought continues. Hopefully be able to break that Saturday. We're going to take a trip to some new terrain to see if we can catch ourselves a limit of redfish. I need to replenish my supply. In the meantime, it's one of those days. You get out on the water and you grind it out. I've got a quart of fish to show for it. And it's a lot better than sitting at the house and playing video games or going to work for a living. So I'll take it. Hey, it's Jeremy with Lucky Hat Outdoors, and if you like what you see and you're enjoying our videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive content.